Do you hate dealing with your social media accounts? Maybe you don't have time to post, or maybe you don't know what to post, or maybe you just don't want people to think about you, to judge you. Whatever the reason, you would just rather not deal with it at all. Surely there's someone you could hire to do your posts, make it all happen, and then you would never have to worry about it. In this episode, I'm going to tell you why that's a terrible idea. Welcome to the Savvy Agent Podcast, where we help real estate agents build a thriving business so they have financial freedom in their life without having to work 24/7. I'm your host, Heather Wright. Now let's get to it. This may be an unpopular opinion, but I think outsourcing your social media is a terrible idea. So you're too busy and you have no time to post. Well, you know what your new social media manager is going to want and need? Your time. You'll be approving posts, having strategy meetings, reviewing reports, and on and on. You're essentially adding a staff member, and they will require you to manage them. And if you already have a problem finding 5 minutes to create a social media post, that's not going to work very well, is it? So outsourcing your social media doesn't really solve the time problem, at least not at first. It takes time to get your system in place and develop a rhythm. Although I suppose that you could solve the time problem by ignoring your social media manager and just letting them do their thing without your approval, but that's probably going to backfire too. And then there's the content problem. Will your social media manager have the proper industry knowledge to craft posts in a way that makes sense? I can always tell when someone from another country has made a post, and I'm sure you can too. The giveaway is the sentence structure is usually just a little bit off. Now, I'm not saying don't ever hire someone from another country. You know, I have a virtual assistant in the Philippines, but I am saying that you shouldn't outsource your voice to them because it will not look like you. It will look inauthentic. For example, I saw a post the other day that said, "What would you rather live where is hot or cold?" What? Okay, so two things. The sentence structure is weird. What would you rather live? What? I'm sure it's outsourced to a VA in another country. And then there's a typo, which anyone can do. But if you're paying someone to do your social media for you, shouldn't there be some proofreading happening? And so this is a prime example of a problem that not only occurs when you outsource your voice, but then the problem of not giving your social media manager your time to review the content before they post it. Because if you were doing that, that whole thing would not have been posted. When you outsource your social media, sometimes context is lacking. Let's say you have agreed to share photos of your daily life with your social media manager so they can use those on your social media profile. And then you attend an event. Well, are they going to understand the context of the event and share it properly on your page? For example, let's say you attended a pancake breakfast. So what? Just you stopping by the pancake breakfast isn't the context. I mean, it's not like you're Brangelina or Benifer, it's not newsworthy just because you showed up to the pancake breakfast. So stopping by isn't the context. The context is why that event was special to you. For example, maybe the pancake breakfast was raising money for the local swim team and you were a swimmer in your youth. And now it's come full circle where you're helping today's youth have an even more amazing experience than you did, blah, blah, blah. Fill in the context. The act of you going to a place isn't the context, but the reason why people in your community could or would or should care, that's the context. The community is the context. What does the event mean to the community? People will engage with people they know. And if your social media manager doesn't speak like you, they don't give context like you, hell, they don't even structure sentences like you, your people aren't going to engage just because it's your name on the social profile. Honestly, they're probably going to think, oh, what is going on? What's wrong with Heather? What's wrong? This doesn't make any sense. Somebody must be doing her social media for her. And they're going to move on because it's not engaging. They don't care about your social media. They care about you. And then can we talk about how people that aren't in real estate don't really get real estate? Ugh, the amount of correcting and explaining involved in the process of training real estate to a social media manager is not how I want to spend my day. Then there's the cost of this new social media manager. What are you willing to invest? The lower the price, the lower the quality. I would expect to spend at least $1,000 a month for a full service, halfway decent social media manager. Maybe more than that if they're actually familiar with real estate. So let's say your outsourcing does cost $1,000 plus the time you're now going to be forced to spend to review, correct, and improve posts and graphics. Then they're going to want you to look at reports, which takes time. And speaking of reports, they're so subjective. It's not like you can quantify the value in your social media because it's branding. It's working in tandem with your marketing. It's almost impossible to definitively say that your social media brought you X real estate clients because maybe it was your ads or your emails or your videos. It's just one branch of a large marketing tree. So anyway, this is an expensive project. All of a sudden, you're paying a lot of money and giving a lot of time. All that to have a fairly vanilla social media presence. You could also outsource your social media very cheaply, but it's not really a better solution. Some services will offer auto posting, and these posts aren't going to be unique to you. They're going to be auto posted to all of their clients' social media. Similarly, you can purchase or subscribe to products that offer copy and paste social media solutions. These are just as bad as outsourcing your social media to a company or another person because you didn't write the content. We actually used to offer copy-paste solutions in Savvy Agent Club, but found that they were not the highest engaging posts. So we sunset that project because we want our clients to have the best. And unfortunately, sometimes that results in taking a little bit more time and putting a little bit more effort into the content that you're creating. Imagine if you and 50,000 other real estate agents all have the same exact post explaining the same exact staging tip. One, that's not likely going to sound like you wrote it. Two, the algorithm is going to notice that 50,000 other people have posted this same exact thing, and the reach on your post might suffer. If the algorithm doesn't like your post because it looks like everybody else in real estate has the same exact post, you bet that they're not going to show that in the feed because it's not unique, original content. Three, if your audience knows more than one realtor and they see two of the same posts from two different agents a day, what do you think they're going to think? I mean, they might not think anything about it, but they also might think, oh, that's weird. Heather and Michelle both had the same exact post. Strange. I wonder if they're working together. And then instead of calling Heather, they call Michelle because all of a sudden you're the same. There's no distinguishing feature between you. These copy and paste services are great to inspire your content, but I would discourage you from actually copying and pasting. Real estate is a personal business, and the person on the other end of that social media post wants to interact with you. Unfortunately, when you outsource your social media, you're risking your profile, your social presence, to lose your personality. Before you know it, your post will be so dull and boring, you'll put even the algorithm to sleep. Whether you like it or not, people love you. They're hiring you. It might be time to come to terms with who you are as a person and stop trying to hide yourself. People in the real world already know who you are. They know you're interesting. They know how you talk. They know how you put sentences together. They know you're funny. They know you're quirky. And they probably even think you're beautiful. Even if you feel like your hair isn't quite right, or maybe you've gained a little weight, your people don't judge you as a person by those trivial things. Those are the things that we judge ourselves by. Those are not the things that people on the outside looking in, they don't say, I'm not going to hire that person as my realtor because, well, she screwed her haircut up. That's not how they think. And the most important thing is they know that you're the best damn realtor they've ever had. So when you outsource your social media or otherwise hide from your audience, you're betraying yourself, but you're also betraying your audience by withholding yourself from them. And that's why I think outsourcing your social media is a terrible idea. Having said that, I am a proponent of getting help with your social media marketing. In Savvy Agent Club, we include a lot of time-saving help to master your social media. without outsourcing your voice. So if you're not already in Savvy Agent Club, you can get on the wait list so that you are notified whenever we open the doors. And spoiler alert, that will be soon. Check the show notes for the link and get on the wait list today. That's all I've got for you this week. Just remember, your people need your voice. So don't outsource that. Don't let somebody be your voice for you. You should make the time to be the voice for your people.